I hate that thing. But yes. Welcome back. This is another episode of Deadass the New York Minute podcast.
That's
And
right.
it's your hostess with the mostest. Nah, I hate when people say that. Hostess with the mostest, Zay, aka X, aka whatever you want to call me on a Monday night. Yes. And I have a special guest today. I'll let him introduce himself because that's what he does.
Yeah.
I,
Yeah, what's going on, people? My name is Antonio Ache.
I never asked you about that
About that moniker.
that yeah. Because I was like, I
um,
was like, who is Antonio? Who is Anthony? Who is all these guys?
yeah, well, first of all, the name came up when we were in Spanish class one year. We were just talking about like different names for people or whatever. And this one girl was like, "Ooh, you would be Antonio Ache." And it was basically my real name, but like with the last so like basically Anthony H is what it is, but in Spanish. And she was like, Antonio Ache, doesn't that sound cool? And I was like, nah, I bet you ain't nobody using that. And then cut to, I needed to use something for an online moniker at one point, years back, years after that. And I was like, I got it. And I just stuck with it.
I never knew. I was like, yo, why does your cousin go by this name? And I was just like, that's the craziest thing. You know what? Fun fact about me, I actually wanted to be a DJ. I don't know why. Like I just
Wait,
felt like my
wait, you
name.
wanted your name to be DJ or you wanted to be like a figgy?
Oh no, not like not no no not
Oh,
the turntables DJ. But I think I wanted that to be my name. I don't know where the D and the J came from. Like I think it was probably like gonna be my nickname, but I don't know why. I just wanted it. Like literally when also something that the viewers don't know. Um I did change my name at some point. Which I can help you guys out. $65. You wait 3 months, you have a new name. But
hmm. If it's that simple for you.
yeah. And
I had to get my shit from out of state.
oh shit. I literally went to my civil court and filed for it. So that's just crazy. But it's because I've been going by Xavier my whole life.
Mhm.
So that's my name. So um PS, nobody hit me up in the DMs and asked me what that real name was because I'm not
You
gonna
know
tell
that's
you.
coming.
It was ghetto as a
So
motherfucker.
what they used to call you.
But literally when I got to the place and I was gonna put, I was putting my name in, I was literally gonna put my middle name. I was gonna remove my original middle name. I was gonna put DJ. But I was like, nah, I can't do that. Cause then they gonna be like, where the fuck did you get that from?
Exactly. That's I get that question all the time because family and like friends from when I was younger still call me DJ to this day. And people that know me as Anthony or Antonio are like, what's going on? Like,
Yeah,
do I
like
not know the right guy?
yeah,
Or
like
yeah,
what happened?
yeah.
So
It, so the nickname started when I was younger because there's it's hard to do a short version, but my mom and dad weren't ever on like the same page ever. So when I was born, they both filled out paperwork, and I had two different birth certificates. So when I know, and so when that happened, like nobody said anything, nobody clarified anything for all the years of my existence. I went through school under Anthony because that's what they had, like that's what my mom had paperwork for, and then there was another one that my dad had done that was just floating out there. So when I turned 19, I had to do something paperwork wise or something. I think it was for college. I was
mhm.
so it was probably before 19. Either way, I was filling out paperwork so that I could get in there, and they were like, this is coming up as a discrepancy," and I'm like, "Nope, always been my name. Don't know what you're talking about."
Right.
And then they said, just go ahead and give us your birth certificate and everything. And we actually didn't have like something had happened to us, so I had to get another one. So when I did that, they were like, "Which one do you want?" And I was like, "What?" So I ended up having to send my mom up to New York to like get shit right because I didn't know. And then it all came down to they both filled out paperwork, two different things, not two different social security numbers though, because otherwise my credit would be better.
Yeah,
But
exactly.
but yeah, that's where I'm at. So there's people that know me as DJ, there's people that know me as Anthony, and Antonio Ache is for all my online folks.
That's crazy. And you know what? I had a not so similar story. Like my mom told me about the story about why well, I don't know about why, but she told me what my original name was. And she never told me about this birth certificate, but she said we changed your name to Xavier. So that's what you are.
What did it start with?
I can only give you some of this detail. You know what? Just so the viewers are not that anxious. Now I'm gonna let y'all go ahead and go play with it, and y'all just go find, other combinations.
Because I'm curious too.
And connect the dots. All I can say and willing to reveal is it was a Quan. That's all I can say.
Oh.
So
yo, that wasn't even what I was looking for. I was looking for like a letter at the beginning. I had already had like Dontavius or something in my head.
I was going to really start off with the letter, but I was like, let me get a little taste.
It's like Quan.
Yeah, that's all I can say. But
that could be anything.
Yeah, it could. That's why I did that. So with that, now shout out to my nephew. My nephew took on the name. My brother ended up naming him that. And if for the people that do know me and know my nephew, you got it.
They know now
about it. But DJ, I got to tell you off air. But
yeah, because I'm gonna keep wondering.
Yeah. I gotta tell you off air. So yeah, she said that we changed the name to Xavier. So I'm like, okay, cool. So all through elementary, Xavier, family called me Xavier, everybody calls me Xavier. Got to middle school, everybody calls me Xavier. Got to high school, right? And get this. Oh, well, for the people that do or don't know me, my mom passed away when I was 16. So that was in the midst of me being in high school. So I think I lost her maybe 10th grade. It probably, I'll say maybe 10th grade, I think it was. So I don't know what happened, but for some reason I was unaware of this. So for some reason the school needed me to provide them a new birth certificate. I don't know, because I'm like, how did y'all get me into the school if y'all didn't have my birth certificate? Something
right.
Like I was
like all this time.
Yeah, I was literally registered as Xavier. Now, what baffles me is somehow they needed a birth certificate and I didn't have it. I know my mom had my birth certificate and she always had, so I don't know where the hell it went. But for some reason they needed it and there's none to be found. So my father took me to wherever you get your birth certificate. It was like on Wall Street or some shit. So he takes me down there, blah, blah, blah. I finally get it in and it has that name on it. And I'm like, what the fuck happened to Xavier? Like, y'all told me y'all changed it. And they're like, oh, this is the only one we got. So there's no Xavier? No. Why not? And then I'm asking my father, like, what the hell? So I got to go by this? And I had to give him the birth certificate. So I went, literally, I was in ROTC, for those who know. I was in ROTC, and literally Xavier Quinn is my full name. So I went from being, because I think I joined maybe because my fucking homeboy, we decided on this high school, we get in, we joined ROTC. I only joined it because of him, and he said it'd get you an extra credit or something like that. So I joined it with him, and for the first year I was terrible. I didn't wear the uniform throughout the school. I was like, fuck that, I'm not wearing a uniform. What? Want me to look like a damn sergeant? Like, nah, fuck that. So literally they call everybody by their last name. So they're like Quinn, so that was the name, going through, that first year. The second year when I had to provide them a birth certificate, now it's my father's last name and my mom's last name. I forgot to tell you about that. So it's literally on that birth certificate, it has my father and my mother's last name. And I'm over here asking my father, like, why would y'all do that? And I got this long ass last name. And
sound like a Latino.
Like now, yeah. So now they like, Danielson Quinn. I'm like, oh shit, no, call me Quinn for short. Like, and they like, what is this name? My sergeant asked me, like, what is this name? Like, what happened? I was like, listen, my mom passed. I don't know where that birth certificate is at. And I literally had to go by that name because I didn't know how to change my name. So I was like, what the fuck? So whatever. High school's over. Now I'm in the job world. The job world, I had to go by that name.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought I could change my name online. I was trying to do that for the longest, and it kept telling me New York State something. Like it kept referring me to wait. So I'm like, damn, I don't know what to do. So I'm going by it, but I'm telling everybody, call me Xavier. Don't call me that name.
Right.
Telling everybody that. People still call me that. They still like Kwani and Quan.
Yeah, I was about to say.
Like just
Quan Quinn.
yeah, they just like, and the girls, the girls are, women, man, they will try. You could be the hardest nigga in the world, and they will fucking make you look less masculine than ever.
They were like, Bookie.
Right.
Like, nigga, I'm with the homie.
Right. I'm with the homie. You call me Kwani, like Quan. I'm like, yo, don't do that. Don't give me no nickname, especially if I don't like the name. Don't give me no nickname. So I had to deal with that shit. And ironically, when I met your cousin, I was telling her the same thing. And she literally was the only person that did not call me that name. And then she told me about her uncle or cousin that went through a name change. And she was like, all right, you got to go to the court, blah, blah. And I was like, what? I was like, I've been trying to do it online for the longest.
Yeah.
I literally went to my local court, did that. They said, once you go through the process, you pay whatever the case would be, $65. You got to get your name. You got to wait till the judge approves it. Mm-hmm. Then, why wouldn't he? And then you got to wait 3 months, and then they got to publish your name in the newspaper, the local newspaper. I was like, you talking about in the Daily News? They're like, no. Like, yeah, like the Borough News. And it's going to be in like small fine print. And then once you do that, you'll be good. So I'm like, all right. But then, it's tough. It's tough because people ask me, you change your social security? I'm like, I don't even know if I could do that. Like, why would I?
You can.
I think you can. You probably can. But I'm like, why would I do that? Like,
you get a number, you stick with the number, right?
Yeah, like you lose everything in that case, everything that you work for, like, So it's like, I was like, nah, I'm gonna leave that. But it was a bitch getting everything back. Remember, you gotta go to DMV, you gotta get a new license, you gotta get everything in that name.
I had to do all of that shit, but down here from up there. So like that's why like I was working and I had this sort of job where I couldn't take off. So I was sending my mom, like, she was getting weekends out of me, basically. Like, she was just going up to New York for the weekend and shit. Like, oh, I went to the court. They said come back tomorrow. So anyway, me and your auntie, like, she was having a good time. Right. And I was just trying to get my shit right. Yeah, right. It was
over here at your expense, just enjoying going to New York. Like, we get drunk now. They told me to come back. Let's just come back another day. All right, fuck it. So that was crazy. But now we back to Xavier. So we're good. Like, I have I still got stuff that's like, that's sent either to the house or whatever the case be. That still says that name, which is traumatizing. But I want to, I literally want to rid myself of that name. Obviously, can't run away from it if your nephew's named it. But like, I wanted to rid that name from my, like, everything, my storage, anything. Like, I still have an email in that name, but I use it as like a junk email. But I literally made new email accounts. Like, I didn't want no parts of it. Like, it was just like it was like a whole split personality. I was like, whoever that guy was that you met, not the same guy. He's not here. He's not alive. So I get that shit entirely. But yes, sorry to get off topic, guys. We got a few topics that we want to discuss. And we hope, for some feedback or whatever you guys want to, if you guys want to discuss it or come on here or comment, but this is strictly our opinion and our opinion only. So if you don't like it, fuck it, shove it.
Exactly. Please let us know in the comments. And when this goes up, we're gonna be in the comments waiting for you.
Yep. Right here. To us. Right here. So we got a few here that I got on my phone. I don't know in what order you want to do this, DJ, but I got I got the first topic jumping off. I got I got our
You want to start there?
I
Nah.
we don't want to start that one, not that
Say
one.
that one. Say that one.
Okay, we're gonna say that one. We're gonna say that one. Do you want to speak to it being Hispanic Heritage Month?
Oh, shit. I thought we had taken that one off. Yeah, I mean, sure. It is, of course, Hispanic Heritage Month and I would like to state right off top, this is not my culture. I love all cultures of the world, but this one isn't mine. So I do what I can to make sure you guys get shine as like an ally on the outside. Hopefully I get invited to the paranda, but other than that, the thing I think is peculiar about it, and I know this isn't a choice of Hispanic people because Black people definitely didn't choose February, but why they pick it's like September 13th to October 13th or something. Like it's not.
Oh
They
yeah,
don't.
yeah.
It's not a month.
I
It's
actually
30 days.
I actually just looked that one up. So yes, from September 15th to October 15th. In the United States, recognize the contributions. I'm not too sure why it's
It's
that
peculiar.
way. I would think you would think like the first of the month to the end of the month, but I don't know
Exactly.
why.
I'm like, did they not want? I don't know. I don't know. And I feel like the people that did the selecting were not people of the community. So they had some goofy ass reason, and they were like, "Oh shit, we put," because I think autism starts in October as well. So they were like, "We got too many in 1 month. Just give them half of 1 month and half of the other one. We're gonna treat them
right,
like Capricorns and shit." Like I don't know.
right.
It's weird.
Like, let's just mix it in with the Libras and all that. Like let's just do it that way.
But
If you do know the reason behind that, please let us know. Because I ain't doing too much research on that.
yeah. What I normally do, I say normally like I got a Heritage Month plan or anything, but this is the time that we like spotlight any works of art or any pop culture or anything that have or that feature the people for the month. So that's your chance to check out. I don't know. I mean, whether you just want to listen to Bad Bunny or whether you actually want to like all the streaming services have it. They have like a highlighting portion. Some of them are better than others. I was on Amazon Prime the other day, and they had like 3 to 4 predominantly white movies. And I say predominantly white, not to say that there weren't any people of color, but there weren't any Latinos in it. So I was like, why is this on your list?
Yeah, exactly.
Month. But yeah.
And I wouldn't mind listening to Bad Bunny. I mean, he's really good. He's really talented.
Oh, yeah, facts.
I know all the ladies love him and all of that. Like, I mean, the crazy thing is I'm Panamanian and don't know a lick of Spanish. My great grandmother, I was told, was speaking Spanish, and I'm like, I don't know why I didn't translate. Like my great grandmother, then it would have went to my grandmother, then it went to my mother. Like why?
Who dropped it off?
Yeah, like you could just leave it at my door. Just could have taught me a little bit. Like I was, listen. I'm just saying, when I wasn't with your cousin, I'm telling you.
Oh no, I get you.
If I knew Spanish, Lord, I would be in there like, what? I'd have been talking to all the mommies. I would have been jotting my ass off and all of that.
Exactly, to open up some doors for you. Trust me.
Yeah, look, I don't need shit. It probably would have got me famous. I don't know. I wish I'd known. Like, damn. Now I got to do Rosetta Stone or something.
I have that exact same feeling about having, like, I was born in New York, but we moved so early, I didn't get any sort of accent. So, like, I can tell people I was born in Brooklyn all I want to. If I don't sound like it, don't nobody, don't come with that extra weight.
Yeah, they're like, nah, fuck that.
Nah, he said mother. That's not New York. That's not New York at all. Where's the V, sir? Like, we don't believe you.
Yeah, like that shit is crazy. Like I just found out that I think it was actually your aunt that told me because I told her that I always wanted to move to the South. Like I always wanted to move to Atlanta. Like for like since I was mad young. Like I don't know why. I guess it was ATL. I guess it was the all the ATL X that came out, like Cherish and fucking Lloyd. And no, Lloyd's not even from there. Uh all the Atlanta
Yeah,
TIs
no,
and
I'm with
all
you.
that.
They was killing it for like a
Yeah.
cool minute.
And I was like, yeah, why did Lloyd say that? Reporting live from Atlanta, Georgia. He's not
I mean,
even
he might have
from.
been recording there because he was
Yeah,
with, wasn't he with?
or he might have moved there at some time.
Yeah, I would say he was with the
So
camp, so that makes sense.
um, what happened? So yeah, I just wanted to move there. So I've been dying to get the accent. Like I was like, yo, if I stay out there for like 3-4 months, you think I get the accent? And your aunt was just like, no. I think
Don't do
after a
it.
certain time, you stay like let's just say me living in New York my whole life and that accent is gonna stick with me for the rest of my life. You can't just go to the South and then pick up on the accent. Like you had to be really young and obviously live out there for some time for you to gain it. And I
So
was like,
here's the
damn,
thing: it does happen a bit. Like obviously, however long you were in, like if you were in an area for your formative years, that's your predominant accent. But your accent will change, and like not you're not gonna come in sounding like you've heard Emmanuel, right?
yeah.
Yeah, bro, sound country as fuck. I don't like he picked up all the Florida dirt. Like it just he got all of
Yeah.
that. That deep south is in him to like till death. So you can start off sounding like that and then like move to the UK or some shit, and it's not going to mean that you sound like you're from the UK, but you're gonna start to change to where like the people at home are like, yo, you sound funny. And you were like, yo, I don't hear it. I'm not catching that. You're like, yeah,
Yeah.
no, you got an accent now. You sound different. Yeah, I've had that shit happen and not understood it, but I get now. Like it's just like little subtle changes.
Yeah. I mean,
Not,
I don't know. I mean, I don't feel like you got an accent at all. I mean, you could fit in New York. Like, I mean, apparently us New Yorkers, we will not admit that there's a accent
oh,
because we
this
don't feel like it
definitely
is. But it
is,
is. It
bro.
is.
My mom, like she spent time in a bunch of different states, so she's got an accent, I suppose, similar to mine. I suppose I don't know. Either way, um, when my aunts come down, like my aunt still lives in like Queens right now. She comes down here. She'll be down here for a weekend, and the whole time my mom will be like, call me when you get home." And I'm like, "Yo, you don't sound like that anymore. Like, what are you doing? Like, what is
Call
this?"
me when you get home.
Yeah, she snaps right into it. It's hilarious.
That is hilarious.
Like,
So yeah, we definitely shout out to all the Hispanics around the world, everyone I know.
yes, I
Um,
say I watched and loved. Obviously, this isn't all of Spanish culture, but I watched and loved In the Heights, and that was a big chance for predominantly Latino cast to be shown just doing a damn thing, and they did that. Like it's wonderful. Have you seen it?
no, I haven't. I just heard the backlash from it.
Yeah,
He didn't cast no sisters. I think it was.
it was dark skin Dominicans. Like most of the people in the cast were like fairly light skinned, and most of the people in the cast were playing, or not most, but a good bunch of them were playing Dominicans, and they didn't reflect the diaspora, and
Oh,
that was
that's what it was.
that was
That's
a
what it
thing.
was.
Yeah,
Yeah, and I was like, damn, why y'all giving him so much flack? I mean, he put on this movie, I guess. You know, just putting a spotlight on it, and you guys just shitted on him like, he ain't get no dark skinned people. It's like, damn.
but see, think about it. It's like, well, a good portion of Hollywood is, they would, they let black folks into their movies and everything, but they would pick and choose which ones they fuck with. And oddly enough, it's everywhere. It's in all the all different not races, but all different ethnicities. There's this. this like drive to be lighter, and like the lighter is the better ones, and it's probably some, you know, some European influence because the motherfuckers couldn't stay to themselves. But either way, like in every, like in, not every, but most of the different cultures, you'll see there's a need for them to be lighter and them to be, you know, more acceptable and whatever. Same as how like people, you know, straighten their hair and everything in an effort to be a particular way.
Right.
And with that, it's like, yo, we got the chance, not we, but in the Heights, they got the chance to show their people as much as they could, and, you know, represent lots of different like all the different types of Hispanic that there are. And the only thing, I mean, the only like spot that they were given were background dancers. So that's what they were tight with. And I appreciate it, because as a dark-skinned brother, you know, I'd like to see somebody that reflects me on the screen. So I get
exactly.
that.
You want to relate.
Yeah, but also support the ones that are doing, so that you get more chances, so that the next time, hopefully, you can get more people to look like you.
Yeah, that's true. And it probably stems back to, you know, slavery, you know, and how,
Oh
you
yeah.
know, the lighter skin was in the house and the darker skin was on the outside in the fields and stuff like that. So that's probably where that Hollywood persona comes from, which sucks because
It's
you know, I would probably be in that field, you know,
insane.
technically.
And see, that's, I don't want to go too deep into it, but that's one of those things that always throws me, because like one of my best friends out here is a light skinned cat, and thankfully we had a similar thought. Like not like it was novel, but we both were aware, like, yo, if slavery came back today, we'd both be slaves. There's no need for anybody to be like light skinned, dark skinned, like pitting
Right.
all the Drakes against the Pusha T's. Like that's
Right.
not necessary, you know. So
Right.
so like we get it, but and like going into it, it was you know, it was used to keep us down, like keep us from fighting together against them. We were
Right.
fighting each other. It was
Yeah.
damn smart. Like white
Yeah.
man can do
You know
slavery.
what? The craziest thing is, as smart as it was, is it look at it, it still happens to this day. I mean, come on, growing
Exactly.
up, it was a thing that light skinned women were too, you know, upscale and uppity, as they say, you
Hmm.
know,
which
and the dark
which
skinned
makes
girls had the
them,
attitudes.
yeah, so it makes the divide between the ladies, and it makes the divide between the fellas. Like some of them are gonna be like, yo, I want to get me a light skinned girl. Obviously, that's a classy chick, da da da. And then others gonna be like, nah, I'm down with the, you know, the the nitty gritty, you know, everyday girl. And even that, even though like you're deciding based on these other factors, you're still separating.
Yeah.
And people can't. I don't know. People just don't. They don't get like the bigger picture too much, that instead of focusing on the differences, focus on the similarities and
Right.
move peacefully that way. But yeah,
Right. Because
everybody want
I
to point a
mean,
finger.
shit, I was brainwashed at one point, you know, at a younger age. And you know, I knew I had an infatuation with light skinned girls, but it wasn't like I disliked dark skinned girls. It was just, you know, I loved all girls, but it was just like because that was pushed so heavily. Then as I
Hmm.
got older, I just realized like, yo, we all black. Like we don't have to do that. I mean, there's still the running joke about light skinned dudes are soft and cry all the time and shit like that. But you know, I
And
think
I'm
if we look at it,
not saying it's not funny,
no, it's hilarious.
but
Come on, it was great seeing Drake and Chris Brown go at each other over one light skinned girl. Like, come on, you guys got to stop.
yeah.
Too much. There's too much lightness in there. So, but you know, and then as I got older, I was just like, yo, this shit is ridiculous. Like, I like all types of women. You know what I'm saying? There's big, small, you know, skinny, you know, short, tall. Yeah. So it's, I mean, it's just it's tough. I mean, we need people to stop looking at it like that because
Mhm.
again, not to make it somber, but like, why can't we move like Jewish people or Chinese people? You know, you see, they don't go outside killing each other and shit like that. Like, why the fuck are we keep doing this and then separating ourselves with this whole light skin, dark skin shit? Like, stop it. We
Facts.
all black. We all black at the end of the day. Hitler wouldn't even like none of us. You
Not
know
a
what I'm
one.
saying? You
But
know,
in all honesty, he ain't like what he saw in the mirror either. So
yeah,
everybody got their own problems.
he's taking out on everybody. Like that was the most
Yeah,
light skinned nigga ever. Like,
exactly. Yo, dye your hair, dude. Calm down.
right? He was so mad that he wasn't born with blue eyes and blonde hair. Like, bro, relax. Taking it out on people. What the fuck is wrong with you?
Exactly. If they had invented contacts just a little bit sooner,
Yeah, a little bit sooner, he
so
probably
many
would have
more
did it.
lives.
He probably would have did it. His fucking ass. He probably would have did it, motherfucker. Uh, what was another topic? Yeah.
Oh, speaking of the way we all perceive each other and the way we look at each other, um, Ray-Bans are
Oh
changing the
yeah.
way that we look at each other
Oh
entirely.
yeah. Great segue because I was gonna lead right into that. I was gonna lead
Yeah.
right into that. Speaking of contacts,
Yeah.
and if
That
you,
shit is wild.
yeah, you
Ray-Bans have
tell him the backstory on this. Tell him the
yeah.
backstory on this.
So Ray-Bans just basically thought, Google Glass was whack looking, and they was going to take their concept and turn it into some Facebook glasses that they look good. They are sleek and nice, except for the little obvious camera lenses on them. But you can post stories straight from your glasses to social media. They even have one scene in the commercial where she didn't even push the button. Like there's a little button on the top. She didn't even push the button. She just says, "Hey, Facebook stories," and then blam, and it starts. And she's doing a handstand or some shit, and she's just recording people on the beach. I mean, it's technology and it's great, but it speaks of like a nigga with a with a mirror on his shoe. Like that's what it reminds me of. The creeps is gonna get this and go
Why are
wild.
you that excited for some camera lenses on your glasses? Like a handstand, bro? I never been that happy for some technology like that. I got a new iPhone and I didn't fucking do a handstand for that shit. Like,
I
fuck
think it was supposed to show that she was like active and shit, like they do in the period commercials.
yeah.
They're just like, I'm still riding bikes. Like, they just she was
But
doing yoga or
you're bleeding on
something.
the seat, miss. You got blood all over my seat. Bitch, keep the bike. Bitch, keep the
Yeah,
bike. After
they do
that,
it all the time. I don't know why.
right? Just you got blood running down the damn tires.
Exactly. No, good and well, ain't nobody trying to go on a trail during that time. Like, nah, they not hiking because the bears will come for you. Like, no.
Right. And
Yeah,
that's funny as hell, actually, because if you like, if that wasn't the biggest Batman signal for all the creeps, oh my god, let me spend. I spent.
exactly.
They probably be like, yo, I spent $300 on sneakers and jeans and all this fucking fashion. I could spend $300 on some lenses and I could be a creep in public without
Exactly.
you
Because
watching.
somebody about to take the shades out and put regular glasses in there and then just be acting like they ain't doing shit. Just
And then the crazy part is they know fucking Ray-Bans, they know how to mask it too because it's black. Wait till
mm-hmm.
the white pair come out.
Yeah, that shit be obvious as hell.
Yeah, right. What is that dot on the side? Oh, nothing. Oh, nothing.
Don't worry
Or
about this.
wait till it come out in different colors. Boy, if you don't, I see the lens. I'ma see the lens, nigga. I'm gonna
Mm-hmm.
take the glasses. Fuck that.
Exactly.
And it's crazy because watch when that flash comes on, somebody gonna be like, hey,
A
what the
little.
fuck you doing? It's gonna cause a
I'm
lot of
telling you,
problems.
they taping over that real quick. Like there's the little indicator light for when it's recording. They taping over that immediately. Like
Like,
they gonna
why
tape
would I
over
wear
it and get
these
the color to
stupid ass
match.
glasses and just like, yo, what are you like an informant or something? Like, it's gonna be so much backlash behind this. Like,
Yes.
I think Ray-Ban's gonna get sued for this.
Yo, because like at some point, well, they probably have something in there that's like, yo, this ain't us, this is them. We just made it.
Right.
But like, I've whipped out my phone to record somebody. Like it was a birthday party at a restaurant before we went to record or whatever. Somebody was like, oh, don't get me on camera, da da da. And I'm like, oh, okay. And I've even heard like people in the background be like, I didn't give my consent, and I'm like, calm down, bitch. Ain't nobody zooming in on you.
Right.
But that's automatically going to be a problem. Like it's a consent issue. Can you just record anybody at any given time? Where can this work? Or like they can't stop you from doing somebody going like do a peep show at a Walmart or something, and that's just gonna be it.
It's just bad because if we take it out of the topic of being a creep in public, as far as like, men, watching women on the train, but like it goes really deep about those fucking creeps out there that be watching kids after school or, it's sick. It's sick.
Yeah.
It's sick
Because all they'd have to do is hit record and leave that shit on the counter. And
right.
You're not paying attention to somebody's shade sitting in the back.
Exactly. You think it's just shades.
Yeah.
Recording the whole shit.
Exactly.
Shit, I needed that shit when I was at my last job, when I was telling, about to tell my boss off, and I could have recorded his response and shit like that. Like, motherfucker, it's in my shades.
Like, no, go ahead. Say what you were saying again.
Shit, I had to put shit when I was, going, to give him my 2 weeks and tell him about himself. I fucking had to have my phone on record and have it in my pocket, not to get caught. Shit, now I could do it with the shade. What? I'm gonna just start telling people off, and then have them recorded. Like, oh, look, he cursed at me. If you look at my post on Facebook, let me pull up the video for you. Got you for you right now.
I've always been that sort. Anytime I had to deal with something that, especially if the person is not like above board with everything. Oh yeah, I'm recording your ass. That is
right. Like, I'm getting your response on video. Fuck
yeah. They're like, nope, that's hearsay. It's not hearsay. It's actually you say.
Right.
And I'm gonna press play. Like that's what this is.
Yeah, you say, and that's what you said. Like right here.
Exactly.
As soon as I fucking push play on that motherfucker, you got caught. So for anybody that want the Ray-Ban glasses, the Ray-Ban creeps,
that's what you call them.
It's $300. I looked it up. Where did I find that fucking website? I think it's you can go on Ray-Bans and then Best Buy is also selling it. They up the bag though. They're like $330 or some shit. I don't know what the fuck they got to deal with Best Buy. Like the fuck you like. I'd rather get the shit off the line and off the regular website. Fuck is you talk about?
I wonder if it makes a noise when you press the button, like when you take a picture. Like, you ever try to secretly take a picture of somebody and like your flash go off or you hear the just like loud as shit?
You're like, oh shit, oh my fault.
That was just, it's new. It's a new phone. I don't know how to use this.
I don't know how to work this thing,
Yeah.
Shit works itself. Fuck that.
Yeah. I need that to be something, you know what I'm saying? Like give me a loud click or snap or something. That little indicator light is not enough.
Let me know when you snap the photo, because if you start going off, especially if you're trying to go, you're going to work or going home, whatever the case would be, you're on a train and shit like that. You don't want that shit to just go off randomly and just like, oh, no, I wasn't taking a picture. No, that wasn't it.
It's not intentional.
Now you got to
get their ass beat.
Yeah, you got to
say accidentally.
And somebody stole your glasses. I just spent three and some change on these shits. Get my ass whooped and shit stolen. Like, nah.
Those are some expensive ass shades too.
Yeah, $300. You know what? Maybe it's not, because I bought Ray-Bans. No, I don't think I paid $300. I think I paid like one something, because they were trying to. Why do these optical places always trying to get you to pay more? Like, bitch, I don't know. I don't want Gucci. Like, eventually I'm taking the fucking glasses off. I wear it in the house. I don't wear them outside. I was fucking too ashamed to wear that shit outside, nigga. I only wear it in the house, bitch. This is in-house glasses. I don't need the Gucci. Who the fuck I'm showing off in the crib?
That's for all those people that can't see shit, but they also, they brand whores. So they're like, oh no, these are Polo, like,
Right, and they go man hard, like, you see that? The Gucci? Like, I see the red band. You can't hide it. See the red and green, looking like a damn Christmas tree. I got it.
It's like, calm down.
Yeah, people go hard with all these shades. I just don't. I don't understand why.
I try not to spend over $10 for them because I lose them too easy. And if I spent $350 on fucking anything and I lost that shit, or I hugged somebody and they broke, I'd be fucking livid. Like, I'd
go back to Ray-Bans and send them, and they fucking get them fixed and send it back to you. Like, can that
something?
I would hope,
because I'm damn sure gonna try.
Yeah, because I ain't got time for that shit to break, and then y'all be like, well, you gotta buy a new pair. Bitch, what?
Right. You know how many glasses I've lost because the arm on them just gives the fuck out, and I'd be like, damn, like even with the little kit, you can't fix it. So what are you supposed to do when there's all this extra circuitry going on?
Right. I done broke two of my glasses. My Ray-Bans is broke now. I forgot what I did. I think I sat on them. Fuck that whole shit up. Now I gotta run with the contacts. And it's funny because I shitted on contacts for a while. I was like, no, so I could poke my fucking eye out and lose my goddamn eye. Why would I get contacts? Hell no. And I shitted on it. And I was too ashamed to wear glasses outside because I felt like I looked like a nerd.
Mm.
And then I was like, all right, I got to do this contact thing. That way I can look normal and see normal, and nobody knows the difference. So I fucking did it. And trust me, I was in that fucking optical place poking my fucking eye out. They was like, yeah, put it in. We ain't gonna let you leave it till you take it.
So you
Put it
learn
in.
how
I
to.
was like, oh bitch, why you can't? And you watching me? I can't get the shit in. So after like an hour, I got
Yep.
it. I finally got it. And then I was like, all right, I'm gonna practice at home. And then yeah, it's been good ever since. Now it's like I could do this shit without having a mirror in front of me.
Yep.
I
Yep.
had this I was watching this one battle rap, and one of the battle rappers really fucking joked on another battle rapper because he knew he had contacts in. And I forgot what he said. He made a reference like something about him looking like a bitch going in the mirror to try to put the contacts in. And I was like, damn, that's fucked up because I'll be doing the same thing.
Yeah.
So I'll be looking like a bitch in the camera.
Like, you ever see yourself in the mirror and be like, damn, close your mouth. Like, what is
Exactly. Like, what the fuck you got your mouth open, my nigga?
Exactly. Like, you going for your eye. Why is your mouth agape? That shit.
Right.
I have no explanation for it, but I've done it myself. Like,
Yeah, it is the weirdest shit ever. That's like the most vulnerable somebody's gonna catch you when you try to put a fucking contact in. It's like you look so pussy going to do that shit. That
yeah,
shit is crazy.
that's racist.
Um, shit. Damn. I was trying to see what was the next one he's gonna lead into. I mean, I guess the more sensitive topics will
So you
pretty
can go
much.
for the big one at this point. I'm down.
Well, I mean, in that case, all right, cool. Well, this next topic is I know how you guys feel about it, but sure, you guys' favorite uncle, Uncle Kels.
Good
Uncle
old Robert.
Kels. And my thing was, I just want to know why people can't separate the man from the music. Well, let me let me just say that I get why, but because you don't want to think that when he's talking about bumping and grinding and one of my favorite songs is and then take you to the chocolate factory, but one of my favorite songs is damn, what is that shit slow wine. And it's like you would hope when he said, "Put your voodoo on me, babe, kiss my lips." You would hope he's not talking about a little girl because that would be really uncomfortable.
Right.
So, I do want to know why people can't separate the man from the music because he made timeless music. Let's just put it out there, guys. It's nothing like I think when people had they were upset with Drake because he did like a R. Kelly sample. It was a sample from one of his songs on his album. People were like in uproar about it, and it was just like, bro, mad people probably didn't even know that was a sample until somebody said it. That's number one. And number two, it's just a sample. Like R. Kelly literally has his hands on a lot of people's music. Like he either wrote for them or produced it or it's his song. Like, so it's like it's really hard for you not to get something that he had put his hands on. Like, you know what I'm saying?
And like if we cancel him and all of his musical influence, we lose a lot of music. And music being an art form, like I feel like that's not one of those things that you want to hold it to such a strict regard, because like songs can be interpreted in different ways. And if I choose a song, obviously, if the lyrics are a specific thing, then there's some things you can't get around. But if I choose to play a specific song like for a certain event and this means this to me, this can be what it's for. But there's other times where obviously you can't, but like just drop off a certain song, sure, like don't sing anything Okay, an obvious red flag for him was um, my mind's telling me no, but my body is telling me yes. Red flag. Or what
Who
was the
the
shit?
fuck? Who came up? Don't tell me. And first of all, the nigga couldn't read. So who who fucking came up with that goddamn what was it like? Oh yeah, it was a chorus. Like who the fuck told him to say that and said, yo, that shit gonna be fire. You know, the fucked up thing about this whole thing was because I watched I love Trapped in the Closet, but now that I think about it, now that I think about it, you know, how many closets he was actually trapped in, and then, you know, how true is this story? Like, I loved it. Like, I loved this shit. But now that I think about it, I'm like, Mr. Kells, Uncle Kells, what's going on? You
I was
know?
good for parts 1 through 10. Like when he
Right.
started doing the extended shit, I was out.
Right. And they kept doing like extended. I was like, yo, when is this shit gonna stop? Yeah,
Yeah, like
Michael
every
K.
weekend there
Williams
was a
is
new
there.
DVD out.
Yeah, it's like Michael K. Williams is in there. I was like, oh shit. Um, so
My
that was
thing, I'm
mm-hmm.
sorry.
No, good.
My thing is when it comes to that, I feel like the impact that the music itself makes, or the artwork, because I'm a reference some others. The impact that the artwork makes is more important than the individual behind it. And
Right.
so if like the music hits, most of the music is great, it's a decent what's name that was like a part of multiple generations, then why can't we fuck with this without fucking with him?
Right.
And if he loses his case and whatever, and they separate him from his music and shit, and he can't make money off it, that just happens, sure. But the music itself shouldn't disappear. That's what I
Right.
feel. And so, like, I feel like that with all of these cases, because like on a less offensive end, I'm certain that I would not fuck with Kanye West if I met him. But I like most of his music.
Yeah.
Like I can say there's genius involved in there, and that music needs to stay around. That shit's important. I don't know about this last album, but that
Yeah.
shit's important.
It's still growing on me. I gotta go through it again. Um, yeah, I gotta go through it again. Certain songs that I do like on there, love on there, but
Yeah,
it's like I think I'm
but
still
like
sticking with Life of Pablo because
okay,
that right there was good. That was a solid comeback. I wasn't fucking with. I mean, you know, after My Beautiful Twisted Dark Fantasy, long ass title.
yes.
That Life of Pablo really sat with me, and it reminds me of a time like, you know, that exact time when he, you know, did the show in the garden, and the garden was going crazy. Like, I do love that.
But as a person, he makes trash decisions.
Oh,
Like he's always on some other shit. I don't know how he didn't get fully canceled when he ran around with the red hat and was chill
yeah,
on Trump.
that was crazy.
I don't know,
I'm surprised his
but
sales on the Yeezys and all that didn't like, you know, plummet. Like, you know, he lost some sales, but it's Kanye West. Like anything he
yeah,
touches is like gold. You know what I'm saying? And with him, I don't know what's up with him running around in fucking all all fucking black fucking
with the Met Gala.
full body suits and shit. Like the nigga is walking around with and is covering his face with a fucking full body suit. Like I'm
He's
like,
trying
how
to
do you?
remind people how black he is,
Yeah, but how
so
do you
that
see
when he
through
do
that?
some reckless shit, we can remember it. That's all it is.
He's like walking around in a big ass stocking cap. Like, why are you? Why? You know
Bro
when he
looked like
was
he couldn't get
Michael
his shirt
Jackson
off all the way.
stocking
He
cap?
was
Like,
stuck in it.
like how do you see through that, bro? Like he's over here. I think I seen a video earlier. He was jamming with some. Oh no, he went to Club Love because now Diddy. I don't know if this is his house or it's a fucking club, like something that he owns. But every time somebody goes to Club Love, you know they with Diddy obviously because it's his shit. And Kanye West was just chilling with him. I'm like, it's already dark in this little video, and you're already in a full body fucking ski mask. I mean, not ski mask, fucking a stocking cap. Like, how are you seeing through that? Like, and he got glasses on, he's jamming. I'm like, can you even breathe, Kanye? Like, you're in somewhere safe. You're around celebrities. You don't need. You can show your face. Like, what's wrong with you?
He extra as hell.
I don't
As him
know.
as a person.
I don't
His
know.
music I can fuck with.
Yeah, like,
But
or even or even another person with less severity, but people felt the need to want to cancel him. The whole Tory Lanez thing, like I still
Oh,
shot that girl. I just want to be honest, people. I don't
you say
think
you don't think he shot her?
I don't think he shot her. I just don't know. See, but if I stand on that hill, I
Mm-hmm.
just don't know what was the point of all this. Like, all right, if he didn't do it, then why make this a big thing? It didn't boost none of their careers. Like,
At all.
I think Megan was, is on her way to be like she
Mm.
already just got an endorsement deal with Nike. Shout out to Nike. But I just don't know. And like his career didn't like catapult. So,
Well, so if
whether
it
it was
weren't real, why do it?
yeah, exactly. So I don't know what happened. So that's why the only reason why I believe that it didn't happen because he would have been in jail. Like, let me pull some shit like that. I'm going to jail. You
I
know what
mean,
I'm
yeah,
saying?
but you ain't got money. You
That's
ain't got money
true.
like that. I mean, he ain't that. But
Yeah,
he got more money than us. He gonna be
yeah,
able to get something.
and I don't know. Like the shit is just crazy to me. Like,
Plus, wasn't she not pressing charges?
um, no, I think she was aiming to press charges. I think she wanted him in jail, and then they kept pushing the trial back and this and that. Now they're saying, oh, he might go to jail because he is violating the restraining order. I'm like, bro,
Yes.
it's not my fault. We both get booked for the same place. I gotta be backstage. Like, bro, what do you want me to do? Leave the venue and come back?
Somebody's supposed to stay on top of that, and they're supposed to be like, all right, so Meg gonna be here at 8. He ain't gonna be here. I mean, he got to leave by 7:55. Like,
Right.
something.
They got
Somebody's supposed to be in
they
charge.
got them coming right back to back off each other. I'm like, yo, y'all niggas is messy as fuck.
Just waiting for something to happen.
Right.
Somebody can talk about the event.
But even with that, like I don't know why people can't just separate the man from the music. Like I love Tory Lane's music. I mean, call me a coon or whatever, but I fuck with his music. I was I was fucking with him, for all the fucking chicks tapes. And yeah, this incident happened. It's just not gonna stop me from listening to his music. I think it's fucked up. If he really did do it, then
Mm-hmm.
yeah, he deserved to be in jail. Like I'm totally with that. I don't think no man should shoot no woman, but I just don't think he did it because he would be in jail quicker than a heartbeat. And I don't think he got that much money to not get him out of jail. Like he got money. He got money. They ain't got like if it was Diddy doing some shit like that, I'd be like,
Oh
nah.
yeah. Oh
Like
yeah. That
Diddy
shit getting paid off.
gave somebody a good couple millions, like maybe 50 million, just to shut the fuck up.
Just
You
drop
know?
a chunk on them.
Yeah, so that back to Uncle Kel's, like I just don't understand why people just won't just play his music at the barbecue. Like
Facts.
some of
It's
y'all
good
was
shit.
come on, let's be honest. Some of y'all was made to his music. Y'all didn't ask y'all parents. Shit.
Facts.
Some
And
of y'all
all
probably
the old
played little
cats now,
programs.
need to step in the name of love. Like,
Right.
we can't let that
Exactly.
go. Come
Like,
on
come on,
now.
what are y'all talking about? Like, I'm still gonna play that shit at the barbecue. Like,
Facts.
some
And
of
I
y'all,
wish somebody would say something.
right? Jamaican girl, oh yeah, like some of y'all was made to that shit. Like, hey, come on, y'all can't fuck with. I believe I can fly, bro. Like,
Thank you.
come on,
Like
now.
classics.
Come on, now.
Now okay. One, I'm firmly on separating the artist or the person from the art, because like whether they did it, whether they didn't do it, I believe in separating them, because it just shouldn't be something that we miss out on.
Right.
Like, I firmly believe that the Cosby Show should still be on air, because for us, like for those who grew up watching it, like for Black folks in general, that was one of the first depictions of like a healthy family, and that was something that we need and future generations could benefit from. That we shouldn't lose out on that because somebody brought up allegations. If you decide to take his money from him, that's whatever. Leave the art where it is and let us still enjoy it. Let us be able to see it.
Yeah.
Like that. That's where I have the issue. Like, if you
Yeah.
can't separate the two, then if you can't separate the two, then there's going to be a major problem.
Yeah, and I never had pudding pops. I just always wanted to know what pudding, what type of flavor pudding that my man Cosby had. Nah, Cosby was wilding. Yo, I seen some shit. I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry. This is not funny, but it was funny as hell to me that they said Bill Cosby was, doing some shit. And yo, no, actually, I seen the meme. I didn't say he was doing it, but I seen a meme when, that allegations went out about Bill Cosby, and one of the memes had him and said like, you know, either either I'm fucking or we fucking, and that shit was crazy, super crazy.
Yeah. Yeah,
So
I've seen that.
and I'm sorry, guys. Again,
Obviously, consent is paramount, and we 100% do not condone that sort of behavior. But that meme is hilarious.
shit, I even, me and Sasha would be like, sometimes be fucking around, be like, yo, either I'm fucking or we fucking. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
You better pick one. Um, but I'm sorry, guys. That was a little dark humor. Um, but yeah, Bill Cosby was wilding too, because I didn't know
yeah.
nothing about that. What do they call them? Quaaludes? I didn't know shit about that. I didn't know
Word.
they was doing that shit at fucking, around that time. You see how fast Rick Ross changed his fucking lines on that fucking record?
Yeah, I was about to say. That's the thing. The shit has been, it's like ingrained in society, and we're just now starting to break down where shit is and how we need to change it. And so for us to make the immediate about face, I feel like it's always an overcorrection, as opposed to just saying, hey, we recognize that this is wrong and we recognize that this is something that we need to change. They're just lumping everything into it, and that's not what we need to do. Leave the works where they are, because the works are fine. If you don't want to support this person anymore, whether they did or didn't, that's where you make the decision. And if they're not making the money from it, then cool. If they are making money from it, then I can understand you saying you don't want to watch it. But I am going to stream, I am going to stream my R.Kelly when I feel the need, because what was it? I was just listening to Contagious the other day. I know that's not just him,
Yeah,
but I get it. You know what I'm saying? That's going to be played.
yeah,
And I'm
exactly.
gonna sing every part.
Yep. It said the only person that could stop R. Kelly is the Isley Brothers. I'm dead. That was crazy. um, yeah, and I'm telling you, and nobody want to see him in verses. Nobody want to see him in verses.
Facts.
Telling you.
Because decades of
He's gonna
work.
finish somebody. I think he
And the
will
way
finish a lot of people.
they do it, because like when damn, I'm about to forget the name of the group, but like Candy and her group and the other
Oh,
broads in their group.
that was
Um,
the Escape. No, Escape is the Tiny's group. No,
yeah. Tiny's in that one.
yeah, it's Escape. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, so Escape and the other one, when they did their thing, a good like a portion of it that was like newer music was just all stuff that Candy had written. And if they get into like not just the song that was actually on your own album, but the songs that you wrote and the songs that you produced and the songs, like you start doing that, he killing it.
Yeah, the
Like
hell yeah.
there's no way.
The nigga was the oh man. I mean, but then you start thinking on the other hand, the nigga
I was like,
did try to get Aaliyah and married her. I
but
was like,
see,
that was crazy.
people knew about that then. Like
Yep.
everybody's out acting so outraged now. Like, oh my gosh, like he just freshly raped girls. Like all of this creep stuff. I mean, obviously, he probably been at it since then, but all this creep stuff started back then.
Yeah.
Why won't nobody say nothing then, when there was
Exactly.
all these like rumors and etc. of him marrying Aaliyah and having this baby that they put on a track, and like just like if all of this was a thing then, it should have been handled immediately. But it
Right.
wasn't, because y'all was like, I don't know, back and forth is my shit. So they were just letting it go.
I ain't gonna lie though. That when I watched that Surviving R. Kelly, that shit was crazy. Like every time he had an allegation, he drop a new song, everybody forget about it.
And see,
Nope, I'm
that
not taking him to court.
that lets you know that that's not where, like, that's the our focal point is the problem.
Right.
We're not focusing on the right shit, because if if you were legitimately done wrong and you're paying attention to the fact that you were done wrong and you were not like faltering on that, then you're definitely going to be tight no matter what album they drop. Like it's
Right.
not gonna change.
I
Like
was
if I
like,
ain't fuck
damn.
with you,
I was like, damn. He dropped the new song, and then
They said he dropped I Believe I Can Fly. Nigga said, nah, fuck that. He didn't do that shit.
It was like, I mean, it was because wasn't that shit on like Space Jam soundtrack or something?
Yeah, that was it. That was it.
That like, shit hit hard.
Is literally untouchable. Like nobody would like, and then he had so many people in this group. I think every time somebody tries to come forward, you know, he getting his publicist or somebody to silence them. I'm like, yo, this is crazy. He still got pulled. Like, he still, I guarantee he's in a secure prison or a jail cell that nobody's touching. I know there's people that want to beat his ass.
Oh yeah,
want to touch on his booty.
You know, anybody fucking with kids
feeling on your booty. I bet somebody want to do that to him now.
Yeah, they're probably singing it through the slot.
Right.
Boo-hoo-hoo-tee.
Sing it again, Cal. Sing it. Sing it one more time before I get it. Yeah, that shit is crazy. Y'all doing my son dirty. And y'all doing y'all doing Bill Cosby dirty. I heard remember when he first got in prison and they said somebody threw a hot dog at his head or some shit. Yo, this man is 80 something. Y'all throwing shit at him like yo,
I didn't hear about that. I remember
take my uncle out. Y'all trying to take my uncle out.
I remember when the allegations first started coming out. I wasn't in disbelief. Well, no, I guess I was. Like initially, because I was like, oh my God, this is Bill Cosby. But I didn't know him personally, and there was no way that I could just be like, he didn't do it. Like, no, I don't know that nigga, maybe. Right. But what didn't make sense to me was like all these people were coming out of the woodwork. Most of them did not look great. But Felicia Rashad, looking like she looked then and looking like she looked now. Not once did he make a pass. Not once did he try. Like,
right.
I'm not a creep like that. But if I was going to, like, I'm gonna pick the cream of the crop. Like, right. Like if he ain't even like, I can see if she was just like, oh no, I never accepted a drink from him. But all these years of y'all working together and everything, he ain't slipped nothing.
Right. He ain't you with a little Quaalude, like
exactly.
You wasn't with Ahmad Rashad for that long, baby. Like, come on now.
Nah. I feel like if she ain't say, or I felt like at the time, if she ain't say shit, it won't real. But then the accounts got to like 50s and 60s, and I was like, he might have raped some bitches. That might have just been what it was.
Listen. I know. Listen, as good as she looked, I know she was too young at the time. You see how good Lisa Bonet looked? I was like, oh shit. Oh my God. Oh my God. And her daughter's like,
she looks just like her now too. Yeah. Oh my God.
Yeah. I can say that. Yeah, she's on that line.
Oh yeah, she's legal now.
Oh yeah. And wait, but damn, do you see how bad she aged though, Lisa Bonet? I'm like, you don't even look like you used to look like that.
The last picture I saw of Lisa Bonet, it was her and her daughter. And they both are Chloe or Zoe.
Yeah, Zoe.
Both of them look bomb. And I was like,
maybe it's me. I'm so used to that younger look. She looks like she's on several drugs. I forgot what I was watching recently with Sasha. We was watching some show and she was in it. Damn, what was
not the show on Hulu?
Was it? Oh no, I'm sorry. We was watching Ray Donovan. And I think she was in a few episodes. I was like, she looks bad. I mean, I understand that she's supposed to because she's supposed to play this drug addict. But
so you get mad at her for being a good actress.
I got upset. I was upset. I was like, damn. See, you looking like that, you age bad. But
they probably put some makeup on her, and you're like,
right? But
she ain't what she used to be.
It's crazy. She got Aquaman and Lenny Kravitz. I was like, ain't they cool with each other? Nah.
Facts.
That's some like what type of pussy is that? That's some
thank you. That's what I'm saying.
God damn. And I thought Erykah Badu had the pussy. I think she got it.
I don't know because Badu be changing nigga personality.
Yeah, like you see Andre 3000 ain't the same.
Exactly. That shit.
He still can rap though. He still can rap. He's just not the same.
Yeah, no. I feel like you fall into hers. That's some sunken place shit, but the sunken place got like real interesting music. Like, that's not.
I didn't want to be a creep. So I'm just gonna play the fine line here and take the pussy nigga way out, and I'm just gonna say her daughter looks great. That's all I can say. Her daughter looks great. Erykah Badu.
Oh, I've never seen her daughter.
She's a beautiful girl. Until she turns 17 legally, I will not say anything else.
Word. Yeah, yep. That is that sounds like a good enough time for a segue.
You won't R.Kelly me out here.
Yeah, right. They were like, see, I told you he was defending him a little too hard.
Right. No. There you go. Look, he got too much of an influence. He looked like he got his influence on you.
Yeah.
Shit. Are we gonna get into the petties? Want to get into the petties?
Oh! I forgot about. I mean, we could. I don't care.
Well, in this week news, sound like
I sound like a dick. You want to talk about this girl who died? Fuck it.
I mean, we shit.
Obviously,
I was gonna segue into the Nicki.
Oh, yeah, do that. My bad.
Yeah.
I thought you were saying the last name of.
Oh no, we can get into that next.
My bad. We're
gonna get into DJ's favorite topic of the night afterwards. I don't know how he's gonna defend that one. Well, in this week's news, Nicki Minaj's husband, Kenneth Petty. He's from Queens. Shout out to Queens.
I don't think they want this right now.
Not shout out to him though, but his accuser that he had molested when they were 16, allegedly, has came out and went on. Was it The View? No, it wasn't The View. The View's with the white ladies and Whoopi, right? The only black person.
It was it The Real?
The Real. There we go. There you go. She went on there and confessed her story. Now, I do want to say that anybody that has been raped or sexually molested at all, those things are serious, and it's nothing that you should be joking about. But this woman went on there and confessed her story. I watched, I guess, the whole thing just to get a grasp of what took place. Because originally I thought that he was probably older, like this happened like some odd years ago, and he was older, he was a man and she was younger, but they were the same age. Doesn't justify it though. But she said something along the lines where I think he saw her and he spoke to her and then said, "Where you going?" And she's like, "To school." And he's like, "I'm going to school too." And then she said she turned away and then grabbed her hand and then somehow forced her to some apartment, and I guess he sexually molested her. And then he started beating on his chest afterwards and wouldn't allow her to leave. And then she said she was looking around and threw something at him or hit him with something or kicked him and then broke away and then ran. And so that's what the situation was. It's just crazy to me because it's just so many years later. Like this woman has kids now, and it's like, I don't know how old the kids are, but it's like, I get you speaking your story and you've been silenced probably. Oh, and she also said that Nicki had reached out to her to try to give her money, some compensation, and she turned it down. And then several people that they know had pulled up on her and tried to offer her money. She still turned it down, and then somehow got threatened that if she didn't take the money, they was gonna put that money on her head. Because now that he's married to Nicki, it's like anything he goes through, she goes through. So she's seeking compensation, I think. But again, It's a crazy situation. I mean, I can't say I don't believe her.
Hmm.
It's just so many years later. It's like this happened when you were 16, and now it's like, what do
Well, I
you
mean,
want to happen out of all this?
percentage wise, is like something minuscule in number of like rapes and sexual assault charges that don't actually get reported. So, you know, the fact that she's saying something at any point at all is great. But I don't know. I mean, one, it be like it happening later on, you got to wonder if there's a statute of limitations on anything. Two,
That too.
um, I feel like, I don't know. I mean, I guess obviously not having been in the position, there's little I could say like for her mindset. But my thing is like if you aren't, or if you're the one that's being accused and you know that you didn't do this, but somebody's saying whatever, there's just a certain way that you handle it, you know, like you don't, even if you're like, oh, it's probably like, even if somebody's telling you like, oh, it's probably easier to just throw money at it or whatever, that's not how you fucking do it. Because like
Exactly.
that in and of itself is like a admission of guilt. Like I've never offered to pay somebody for some shit I didn't break. Like why would I just be like, I mean, I didn't rape her, all that shit she's saying is wrong, but let's just go ahead and slide this money. No,
Yeah,
that looks
let me
shady.
just slide this money in. Like,
Yeah,
and I think they tried to offer her, I think, was it 100,000 or 10,000 or some shit like that?
that's
I'm
not
like,
even enough.
yeah, I'm just like, yeah, you could tell, yeah, you could say just take the money and shut up so that way they don't put a hit out on you. But I mean, then again, if you think about it, if they did put a hit out on you, that would kind of trace back to them because who else would want you dead
Exactly.
besides them? So I don't think they would want to draw that type of attention. I think that was just a scare tactic to see what you was going to do.
Mm-hmm.
Because if
So you should shut
you,
up and take the money.
yeah, because if I don't know if she got it through a message or whatever case, but you can always use that to your reference when you calling the police or something like
Well, they
that.
couldn't have. They couldn't have been dumb enough to like text this bitch. Like that had to have
And I'm
been.
like, how do they know where you live? Like, I mean, Nicki Minaj is like, a big star and all of that, but like for her to find out where you live, let's
That's
say,
easy.
let's see how I hired a private investigator, but I mean, like,
I was
maybe.
like considering how like social media the way it is, you could find somebody without a private investigator. That'd be easy as hell. Like
Yeah, that's
niggas
true.
always posting some shit.
Yeah, you got hood investigators,
Yeah.
yeah,
I say if you watched You or Dexter, it is
right,
not difficult to find the nigga. like
right.
you see him, so especially now where like they
Hey,
posted
yeah,
on social media like,
yeah.
oh, I'm at the
Watching, yeah,
club. Word. See you
yeah.
at the club. Follow you to your house. Boom.
Yep, and then get you right there. But I mean,
Yeah.
I don't know, man. That is a
It's a
touchy
weird one.
subject. Because I mean, it's like Nikki, like, why? Like the dude is already registered as a sex offender, so that's already it for him. Like
I
he
told
just
you,
gotta,
man, this is not Nikki's year.
yeah,
She
it's just
she had that
it's
shit.
fucked up.
She got her cousin's friend from back home with the big balls. Like she is just not like it's a whole thing. Everybody was like, Nikki, stop talking about the vaccine, bitch. Like work on an album. Like it's just not.
It's fucked up because then immediately after she said that, fucking people in fucking Trinidad was like, nah, the health official out there, nah, I don't know nothing about no fucking expanded balls and all of that. Like
Exactly. Like
we ain't hear about that. That nigga got gonorrhea or something.
feel like I should not be on here talking about this right now, but
Right?
this is not a
Like
thing.
we have no cases where niggas had some big balls off this damn vaccine. Like I don't know what Nikki his cousin's going through, but I think he just
Exactly.
needs help. Then they telling him like, "Yo, come, yeah, just come show us, come show us your balls. Like we can help you. We can see if it's the effects of the vaccine." But I don't know. And then it's like there was no follow through with that. Like she ain't even like they
I low key want to update. Like,
they took her
how
off
that nigga
Twitter.
doing?
They took her off Twitter, and she had to use Instagram. And I'm like, this is bad. This is bad. And I'm like, it wasn't even that bad though, but because we in a sensitive era, it was just like, damn, they fucking, oh man, they did her dirty for a week, and then that shit comes out, I'm like, oh fuck, y'all just pouring it on, right? Y'all just gonna bring her
Exactly.
up there just to tell her story, like that's it. And I was like, oh man, that was bad. But yeah, I mean, that's my take on it. I mean, I can't say I don't believe her. I just it was just the timing is just for Nicki, the timing was just bad. Um, but you know, I pray for all victims of rape and um which
I hope they get
segues
this shit
us
settled.
into um again DJ's favorite topic of the day. Gabby Petito. I hope I'm saying that right.
So
And lightly. And lightly.
listen, I was
I promise guys, after we get over this subject, I promise you we're gonna close it out with a good topic. And I hope we get some feedback on every one of our topics. But yeah, let me let DJ continue with little
all
white
right.
girls.
So I was just, this makes me look bad. I was just going to say that we could have avoided talking about this one because it wasn't, I mean, it's a downtrodden subject, and I don't have much to add to it. The girl was missing because her and the dude went on some, spelunking trip or something, and uh, now I think she's found dead, but he's still missing, and they're looking for him. They're wondering whether or not his parents were like trying to hide him and whatever. At some point, the parents gave some clothes and stuff so that so I guess he could get the cops could get some DNA off of it. And usually they don't do looking for DNA unless they found something like something under her fingernails or in her or something like that. I don't know. There's no upside to the story because if we talk about the fact that she was missing and there was this whole manhunt and we could talk about the fact that she got spotlight and so many others like people of colors do not get that spotlight on a regular basis. Like, who was the one you mentioned? It was
40 Cal.
yeah, his daughter, right?
Yeah, 40 Cal's daughter. I don't know if he actually announced it, but I did see some time ago like something in the news about they're saying like his daughter pretty much, passed away. I think they found some of her remains, even though he didn't post it. But she was at her school in Buffalo, and somehow they try to blame it on the boyfriend or whoever she was dealing with at the time. That uh, their breakup caused her to commit suicide, basically, and because they said friends tried to warn her and tried to, talk her off the ledge because she said she wanted to kill herself, and um, yeah, they said that it looks like the friends were like they calmed the situation and she seemed fine, and then next minute she was missing, and 40 Cal had came out with anybody that don't know who 40 Cal is. He used to run with Dipset. He was a rapper. So I think pretty much he was just, putting it out there that he feels like nobody was putting in the effort to look for her. Like the trying to get the state police and the governor to speak out on it. And
Ooh, hold on a second.
He was trying to get.
Sorry, you're breaking up really bad. Go on
Oh,
again.
sorry. I don't know why. I don't know why it was. I think you're frozen. Do they got you frozen?